Hello, ladies and gentlemen on YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to another side quest about video games with Exo Magpie.
Hello!
Hello. Yeah, so some things have happened this week.
Yes.
Some things.
Some good.
Some
good.
bad. Some bad.
And some sad.
Yeah, some sad. And we're going to start off with sad. And
we are indeed.
We are going to start with some sad stuff. So the Berserk mangaka, I'm going to butcher his name, and I do apologise for this. Kentaro Miura.
Yeah.
Passed away.
Yes, unfortunately
this past week,
so.
which is
he was only like
sad.
50 something, wasn't he? He wasn't that old.
No, he wasn't. But he's had I think if I remember correctly, he's had health problems.
Yeah, he's had a
long time.
It's the reason why.
It's the reason why Berserk was so spread out.
Yeah, but also why they were stuck on a boat for so long.
Yeah, very much. But because of this, when this was announced by the thing in Final Fantasy 14, basically players dressed up as the Dark Knight, and in Fanalan, the main hub in Fanalan, they basically all lined up and just sort of like did a pose.
Oh, God of Honor.
Yeah, basically, and they just did this thing.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool.
I've seen pictures. It is really fitting.
It's really nice.
It's
really nice. And it also this is one thing about Berserk. One, it's a fantastic manga and people should read it.
It's art.
Let's
all be honest. It's art.
It is art.
It's not just a manga. It is art. Like, people need to go and see the images and stuff he did. It is like rich people pay to go to a museum to see something at this level. That's how good it was.
When I first found out that Berserk took such long breaks, right, I used to think it was because it took him that long to draw the pictures. That's how detailed they are.
Technically it did, but there was it's extenuating circumstances to it. But it's ridiculously detailed, and yet you can still see everything that's going on.
Yeah.
It's not too busy, sort of thing. It's not over the stuff that he wants you to see. The most important things that need to be shown are clearly visible. It's a skill that not many people have.
It's also a really good story. Like, it's really, really good.
Yeah, I think the gutting thing is that this amazing story that he has been doing, for lack of a better term, a magnus opus that he has done, this epic that he has been writing, looks like it might not now finish unless he has somehow bequeathed what should happen to someone else.
Yeah,
and even then, I highly doubt anyone can match his art style to the same level. It's one of those where it's like, it sucks. Life sucks. Why?
But
it's heartwarming. Like, the Twitter feeds of everyone and their dogs who had any sort of semblance of skill in writing or drawing. Just literally fan art for Berserk just went through.
Oh yeah,
everyone just posted anything to do with it, and it was heartwarming that someone had such a impact on such a huge group of people. Without Berserk, we would not have Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, this is the thing.
We would not have Souls.
This is the thing with Kentaro Miura's work is there's a lot of stuff. Especially of the darker genres of games that have direct influence from Berserk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
I would say Berserk has as much influence on modern fantasy telling as Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, let's go that far.
Easily.
I would go
easily that far. As much influence on modern, the modern day fantasy genre.
Yeah.
Because you just look at, for example, in Final Fantasy IV, the Dark Knights are basically...
Yeah, it's guts.
They're basically guts. In Dark Souls, you have the friggin...
You have the guts build.
The guts build, and also the Dragon Slayer sword.
Yeah.
It's not called that, but it is literally that.
Yes,
it's a giant lump of freaking metal. And it is...
It sucks.
It does suck.
Terrible.
It sucks. it's
obviously our thoughts are with the family.
Yes.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it is sad. And
but I think like the way the community has reacted to his passing shows how much influence and impact a positive impact he has had on so many people, because the whole story of Berserk is basically like, no matter how many times you get beat down, no matter how many times you stumble and fall, if you get back up and keep going, you will eventually achieve.
You'll get to your goal.
You'll get to your goal. You know, don't give up. Keep going. Plow forward. And Guts epitomizes that. So, sad news, but like it's heartwarming for the reaction in a sense. It's one of those bittersweet ones. Unfortunately,
I've got to admit, some of the fan art of Guts is like, oh my god, that is amazing.
Yes, some of it has been literally like, holy, how are you not a professional drawer? Please tell me you are. Please tell me that is your job, because damn, that's what your job should be. If not, there is a crime in the world happening, because my god, you should be able to just draw.
Yeah.
Because clearly you're damn good at it.
Yes, so a little bit of a segue from games there, but we're fans of Berserk, so.
And like I said, like the amount of influence Berserk has on modern fantasy and games in general, like you can't get away from that fact. And I think it's only right for us to share our condolences and basically, you know, say that this guy was amazing and had a massive impact on more people than we'll ever probably know.
Very true. Right, on to gaming news.
Yes.
So, the first thing I want to talk about, and this is first instead of the other thing that we were going to talk about, mainly because I didn't know about this until I watched an Upper Echelon
Games video.
Yeah. His 2 videos on the thing. And if I hadn't have watched them, I wouldn't have known that this was going on. And apparently this has been going on for years. Not months, years, considering the first game.
Well, you know, it is an EA multiplayer game. Therefore, if anyone wants to maintain it, EA will have literally nothing to do with it.
So basically, Titanfall, the first Titanfall, if you have it on Steam, and by the way, EA are still selling it on Steam, because it just recently went on sale, and I think it's come off sale now, but it just recently went on sale. That game is unplayable. You cannot play that game on PC.
And that's a multiplayer only game.
Yeah. Right?
The reason being?
The reason being is that Titanfall, basically a hacker has basically filled the game, filled the servers with bots, so that people just cannot get in. It's like DDoS attacks and all that sort of stuff. Right? So there is actually a article on PC Gamer about this. Both Titanfall games are once again plagued by DDoS attacks. Now, Titanfall 2 is a little bit different, mainly because Titanfall 2 still has a community.
Yes.
It has a pretty big community considering how old the game is.
It's actually getting a bigger...
It's actually even getting bigger
because people have been playing
they've been playing on
Apex.
Steam.
Yeah, no, but people have been playing Apex, and they've been going, oh my god, this game's good. And all the Titanfall fans are going, oh, you think this is good? Let me introduce you to a game called Titanfall 2, my friend. Yeah. And yeah, it's like, look, all the combat that you get in Apex Legends plus mechs.
Yeah, and no stupid abilities.
I mean, technically,
the mechs are the abilities.
Yeah, the mechs are abilities. Yeah. What would make abilities better? Easy. Your ability is a mech.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do get abilities, kind of, but they're not really.
Yeah, but they're in the mechs.
No, I mean like the stealth one, and then you got the grapple wall. But there's not really anything that I would say that like makes anybody more overpowered than the other one.
Yeah, they each have their own strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. They're a lot more balanced.
But so shall we go through the article?
Yeah, let's go through the article.
Okay. So this is by, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, Malindi Hetfield for PC Gamer, and this is the only article I could find from people who are actually
talking about it.
Well, I would say it was games journalists.
Yeah.
who and like I don't know. There's a chance
Basically,
that
someone who's
there's a chance that PC Gamer didn't pay this person.
Yes. Basically, it's the only article you can find from actually any of the actual
from a website
from the so-called actual game journalism.
Yeah, this is the only article I could find. So, Titanfall players have been suffering DDoS attacks for a very long time. In April, after many months of complaints, Respawn told players it was investigating the problem, and it seemed to get cleared up. But now a new wave of attacks is affecting both Titanfall and Titanfall 2 players, with streamers showing what looks to be not just a server breakdown, but individual players being isolated and unable to play the match past the opening cutscene. Players have also reported being unable to connect at all. Yeah, so basically what is happening is this hacker seems to be targeting streamers.
Yeah.
On Titanfall 2. He seems to be whoever it is doing it seems to be targeting, and this is obviously it's not just the hacker that's the streamer that's getting blocked out of the game. It's anybody else who is in the match gets hit as well.
Yeah.
So
instead of going after the specific, in a sense, they are targeting the streamer, but they're doing it by targeting the
whole group instead of just
the
one.
match that
they're
in.
bombing it instead of just sniping it.
Yeah, basically instead of sniping, they're just dropping a nuke on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now this has been going on for a while, and obviously Respawn and because Respawn are complicit in this.
Yeah,
they're not innocent. Their hands aren't squeaky clean here. They have also they are with EA.
They've let it get to this.
Yeah.
They've let it get to this problem to be this big before doing anything, and it's like, no, you have to stamp on these things instantly, because otherwise you get this issue. And it's a massive shame, because like there has been an uptick of more of people being shown and getting back into Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic game. Me and Mr. Maxwell have played a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
It has one of the best single player missions in first person shooter history.
Yeah.
It has one of the best. And if anyone who's played Titanfall 2, you know which level it is, and you know what I mean when I say jumping between two time zones.
It's probably one of the best multiplayer games.
Yeah, the multiplayer is fantastic.
The multiplayer is
I was
really,
crap
really
at
good.
it, but the multiplayer.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at Titanfall. But
the multiplayer was fantastic.
Even though I'm terrible at it, it's still fun to play.
Yeah. The guns were all really
good.
They all felt good to shoot. I'm trying to think now. I mean, I think they had the leveling system was a bit weird, because like each weapon had a different leveling system, and all like they got over Call of Duty. They got massive Call of Duty
Yeah.
like, of its leveling system, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, stop giving me leveling within leveling within leveling within leveling within leveling. God damn it, stop it.
Okay, so moving on, keeping going with this. So it's
going
on with the article. Modder Taskinov has suggested that these attacks are on specific players, and streamers made a free streamer mode mod that hides players' names in response. But he's now saying that since people have started using the mod, hackers are simply attacking the server that streamers are playing on. So what I said before, like,
yeah, in other words, they were originally starting just sniping the streamer, but
Yeah.
now that the streamer's hiding their username, they're just basically finding the server they're on and nuking the server.
Yeah.
So yeah, it means your firewall's not good enough.
Nothing has been confirmed. Respawn publicly announced that it's looking into the problem. The Titanfall servers are currently down as the investigation into the attacks is underway.
I suppose the problem is they don't want to show how it's happening, because that would give other people.
Oh yeah, I know.
So there's that. But again, the point is that you've let it get to this.
It's been going on for a very long time.
You've let it.
That's the thing. It's gone on for so long. You can't play on PC. You can't play the first Titanfall.
Yeah.
You can't play.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't. They've let it get to this stage. They should have reacted sooner, because there's no way in hell this has only just been. Only just been made aware of it. There's not a chance.
Plenty of players are also replying to the official announcements that there's also a problem. A similar problem. Sorry, I can't talk today. With Apex Legends ranked matches.
Yeah, because if they're using the same...
Well, by the sounds of it, of what I've seen, and with watching up echelons, it seems to be whenever there's a... So basically, Titanfall will go through... Titanfall 2, anyway. It will go through... Everything's fine. And then Apex will have a big announcement. And that's when the DDoS attacks hit.
Yeah. So someone's deliberately going after...
Possibly.
From the sounds of it, someone's either deliberately going after big streamers who stream either Titanfall or Apex. Or they're deliberately going after Respawn.
Or they're just doing it for a...
Well, they may be doing it for a laugh, but they've deliberately picked.
Yeah, they've deliberately.
That's what I mean. They've deliberately picked Respawn's games to do.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, no one. There doesn't seem to be a rhyme or a reason as to why this person is doing this.
Since when is there a rhyme or reason with these sort of things? It's just because they make other people's. They like inflicting.
Maybe.
They like pissing off other people, basically.
Maybe.
But they take sick pleasure out of making other people who just want to play the game and have fun, not play the game and have fun. I mean, all you have to do is go on a unranked Formula 1 race and witness the carnage of that, of everyone just ramming everyone else off the fucking... I did one race, I'm not going back there. No, fuck that. I'm like, no, fuck you, I'm not playing this bullshit. Go fuck yourself.
So there was somebody did put a tweet about the whole thing. There's also a video, Titanfall 2, the pilot's commitment parody trailer. Basically, this is the tweet from 4CE Fly. It's sad to see the state in which the Titanfall 2 community is in regarding these DDoS attacks. Please hear our call for help, Respawn. See what people who still play your game have to go through in this video. If anyone else sees this, spread it around. So I might actually link that down below as well.
Yeah, might as well.
But yeah, this is like I said, if I hadn't have watched Upper Echelon's video,
you wouldn't know this.
I wouldn't have known this was happening.
We've not we have it on console, and I don't know if they have the same.
It affects the Titanfall 2. It affects the
console as well. But we haven't been playing Titanfall 2 recently because I know we say we love the game, but like I don't like playing multiplayer elsewhere. I'm literally a EXP pinata. Yeah. It's not fun. That's not fun, and that's down to my skill level with Titanfall 2. That's my skill level that's causing that, not other things like I don't know, Call of Duty. Where literally
take 2 steps, shot that.
Yeah.
Sniper shot straight away.
Or Destiny 2's multiplayer.
Which is just awful.
Fucking god.
It's just bad. It's just bad.
Look, Titanfall 2's multiplayer problems is not to do with its multiplayer. Let's just be honest there. It's either A, your skill level is not that high, or B, this shit's happening.
Yeah. And so from that, hopefully Respawn and EA are actually going to... Because you got to remember, they're still selling these games.
Yeah, if they're still selling them, they should maintain them and also sort these problems out. Especially with Titanfall, like I said, Titanfall 2 is getting a lot more people all of a sudden paying attention because, like I said, people are playing Apex, they're starting to get a bit tired of Apex, and the Titanfall fans are literally going, oh, no, come on. Look, you like this? Believe me, trust me, you will love this game.
Yeah.
If you like the combat in Apex, you will love this game.
So, on from that, on to, I think, the thing that everybody knows.
The main event.
Everybody knows about. It's not the main event, because I think there's... I want to end on a high. So.
Yes. Well, it's not the main event, but it's like the thing everyone knows, everyone's talking about, and everyone really looking at Ubisoft. Ladies and gentlemen, the regular, weekly, fucking get your house in order.
Last year, obviously, like 11 months now, going on a year
Almost
now.
a year.
A year. Basically, all those allegations came out.
Yep.
And it was found out to be true.
Yep.
And
the person involved was not fired, just given a golden handshake and kept all his shares.
Yep.
And also, Yves Guillemot did not resign.
Nope.
Which he should.
Because he's an idiot. Either he's an idiot or he's complicit.
Either way,
they've come out. Ubisoft have come out and basically they've made very few changes in their company since the allegations came out. Which, to be fair,
I've read.
I think everybody knew.
I'm not surprised.
Exactly.
I'm not surprised.
Nobody's surprised at this.
It still doesn't mean I don't get to be fucking pissed about
It's
this.
one of those things where it's like, yeah, we know what's going to happen, but I'm still angry at you. I know what you're going to say.
I know what you're going to say. That's not going to stop. That's not going to stem the anger that I have over the fact that this should not. I've read the response, and it is literally like if they had a bad game launch. That's literally the wording. It is corporate of, well, we need to do better. We failed to hold ourselves up to the high standards. How about we have a roadmap? Ubisoft. Eve Gilligan. This is not a bad game launch. This is not paywalling.
Yeah, this isn't For
This is
Honor.
not
This is
paywalling.
not For Honor or Rainbow Six.
This is not paywalling old features that used to come free like you're doing in Valhalla. This is you taking people accused of very serious crimes. Let's all be honest here. That's what they are. And moving them to other places like the Catholic Church used to, and believe me, for the very same reasons.
Well, yeah.
Just the age is different.
The age is just different, and for some of them, the gender is different.
Yes.
But yeah, Ubisoft have basically come out and been like, "Oh, we've got a roadmap on our changes." One thing, first off, if you were going to make a roadmap, you really should have done that last year. You should have come out with this. Oh, we've got a roadmap. Last year.
And even then, people would have fucking been pissed.
Oh yeah, everybody would have been pissed. But like at least last year, you could have. Well, we need to implement changes, but we need time to implement the changes. You could have that argument.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't have that argument now.
But you've had nearly a year. Like that argument doesn't stand anymore.
Nope.
Like why have you not done anything?
Why is it this is the thing, right? This is the thing everyone should ask, and this is the thing that Ubisoft hopes the furore will be pushed under. And yes, the vast majority of the gaming community will probably go, well, I'm bored of this. Talk about something else. I am not dropping this. I don't give a fuck.
No, it shouldn't be dropped. This is one of the things that it does not need to be dropped. Actually, to be fair, I'm going to give some... I'm not going to say they're games media because the ones that I've seen, they're only on Twitter. And they are sort of like a company, but they're not like PC Gamer or...
Yeah. Basically the ones that are like all independent.
I would say they're more independent. The ones I've seen, they're all basically saying, yeah, we're not going to cover any Ubisoft games until something is done.
Yeah.
There are also a lot of them bring up the point of like, you got to remember this is the same company that said women don't sell games.
Yeah.
When women have been selling games for fucking years.
Yes.
Like you're a fucking idiot. Like these people who come out with women don't sell games. Like you're fucking idiots.
One. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The people that come out with women don't sell games. 1, don't play games. 2 are usually men. 3 are usually old. 4 are usually white, and 5 are usually rich.
Well, to be fair, the skin colour doesn't really mean it doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't, but I'm just saying, like, that is usually the picture. That is of the person that says that shit. I'm just saying, they're usually a rich white dude who just fucking doesn't know anything about actual games. They know about making money, and that's why they're in that position. And that is why the gaming industry is in the situation it is, because instead of having people who actually know the industry, they just have a bunch of rich slobs who don't actually do fucking anything.
So, the French publication Le Télégramme, basically the first lot of court hearings will be for the legal processes for all the allegations and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Which Ubisoft are probably...
They're going to settle out of court.
Yeah,
they're going to settle out of court because the one thing they will not want is them to be found guilty in court. Because that... If this won't blow up, but I guarantee that will. Major gaming and company found guilty of hiding and well, what's the word? Basically, allowing
being complicit
in the
abuse
of lower staff members by people in positions of power.
So yeah, basically, Le Telegram. Basically, they did this article on Ubisoft and what they're doing about all the allegations. Obviously,
should be implemented day one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All these things should be implemented day one. There should be no roadmap.
As soon as it's announced, it should be like, well, it's in now.
Yeah.
As soon as they go, well, this is the plan. It's in now. This is what we do. Since the wave of accusations targeting Ubisoft's toxic culture, which also pointed at serious dysfunctions in its HR departments, which is actually where a lot of the abuses come from.
Yes, but also HR was helping those people.
Yes. The company has attempted to make changes, but the impact of these changes seem to be minimal so far. The publication
it's window dressing,
as reported. Director of HR Cecil Cornett, who stepped down following the accusations alongside other Ubisoft executives in July 2020, has only just left the company.
So wait, you do he's only just left the company.
And this article was done 18th of May, so yeah, so he's only just left. So he probably left at the beginning of the month.
Yeah, 6 days ago. Less than a week.
Yeah.
Less than a week ago this article is.
So here's the other thing. So that's in France, right? That's France. Their Canadian studios, nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, so the one where one of the lead directors was literally
since the appointment of Christopher Deriniz, I probably got that wrong, who just happens to be Yus Guillemon's cousin. Nepotism.
Don't you just love it? Ladies and gentlemen, those people who think monarchies are dead. They don't understand how monarchies work.
There's more. There's more to still come. New harassment cases have been reported since, but those reported the issue was sidelined in December 2020.
Now, I would love Ubisoft to be boycotted over this. It's not going to happen. There's too many.
The thing is,
fanboys.
I agree that we should because it's.
I know, right? If a boycott actually happened, I know the people that would actually suffer will be the people.
That's what I'm. No,
at the bottom.
But my point was going to be like it is kind of like a catch-22 because like I want Ubisoft to be punished.
Yeah.
For this, but it's not really Ubisoft that I want to be punished. I want. The heads.
Yeah, I want. To be honest, I want the entire board of directors thrown into court, charged with aiding and abetting, and thrown in jail. Basically, that's what I want.
And a lot of the accusations,
because I guarantee,
are against the higher ups, not the lower ones.
I guarantee, right? The vast majority of people that are responsible for this, probably if they disappeared from Ubisoft, would not have too much of a detrimental effect.
Oh yeah,
I guarantee it, because the AAA game industry, people are not in high positions because they are good at making games. They're good at making money.
Yeah, they're good at selling
at the expense of a good game.
Yeah, they know how to monetize things.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
They can spin, because that's what you got to do, really.
I really hope the gaming community, and I know it won't happen because there's too many fanboys that, for some reason, can't see their great glory that they worship be brought down to level.
Let's be honest. I think Ubisoft's fan base has been dwindling for a while.
It has been, yes, but the problem is that
there's enough.
But there's enough for them to keep going, and then there's enough of like the gaming community that gets very apathetic about something if it goes on long enough, and the AAA game industry especially. Basically wants that. They want the people. They basically like, oh look, all we have to do is keep our heads down for like 5 weeks, and then everyone will get bored of it, and they won't want people talking about it, and then we can get what we really wanted out of it.
Yeah. I agree. I do agree.
The whole thing of 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah.
But no, this is... It's assault. That's what they did. Some of these people, they assaulted staff members because they were in a position of power. And they used that position of power and they abused it to enable them to assault these people and make their lives a living hell. And they should be punished for it. And Ubisoft should be punished for it. And Ubisoft should be constantly reminded that they allowed this to happen in their studios. That they allowed this under their roof and they were complicit in it.
Aye.
Like, no one should be allowed to forget that. No matter what Ubisoft does, that should be a banner above their fucking head. That this happened and they allowed it. It's not the fact that it happened.
Well, I would say
that's the biggest thing.
They should hold on to that unless they get rid of the higher ups.
No, I mean everyone in the higher ups.
And that's what I mean,
even then,
everyone.
like they have to start from the ground, from the bottom.
Well, that's the thing. If you get rid of
but that's the start. But then they have to prove that they've learned from what's happened before and not make sure it doesn't happen again. But the point is like Ubisoft should not be made to allow this to go away, because having it happen under their roof is bad enough. But the fact that they allowed it to happen and then help the people that committed these things to go basically move them somewhere else. Because
where they did the exact same thing
to enable them to continually do it. I know this sounds like the Catholic Church, doesn't it? I'm not the only one that's made this comparison.
We're not a religious channel. We're not talking about religion.
Well, but the point stands.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Person in power gets accused of offence A, gets moved to place B, to then commit offence A again.
Yeah, that's true. This is one of those things where we can't let this go. This has to be, people constantly have to keep saying Ubisoft are that company.
I mean, we've done it because every time Ubisoft has come up, we've basically been shouting, "Get your fucking house in order."
Yeah.
And now they've come out with this, and it's like, no, that's not getting your house in order. That's changing the curtains on your windows.
Yeah.
No.
That's just getting like a fresh coat of paint and just painting over the stain that's on the wall there.
No, this is not acceptable. That is not good enough. Your company allowed heinous acts to happen and allowed it to continue and was complicit in it. Just like coming out and giving a corporate spiel like it was a bad game launch. Like, if there was anything that showed how out of touch and unfit for purpose AAA game industry is, ladies and gentlemen, this they treat something as serious as this, something as serious as that in the vast majority of other corporations would lead to heads rolling, and nothing. They literally do the bare minimum.
This is the thing. I don't even think Activision would do this. This is how bad it is. I don't even believe Activision. I think Activision, because Activision is one of those.
They would at least throw someone as a sacrifice.
Yeah, they would give somebody up as like sort of to appease the masses.
They would give someone as a sacrifice, and I know people have stepped down, but it's the people that have been accused of the actual things. Like, no one in HR has been actually. They've all gotten golden handshakes. They've not been like thrown to the fucking wolves. They've gotten their golden handshakes, gotten their friggin'. Still kept their shares, still getting their money. Like, there is no repercussions for them.
I am going to admit, I do want to see if Ubisoft's going to have an E3 thing this year. Because I know E3's on this year. So...
yeah, but it's going to be virtual, I think.
Oh, yeah, I know, but like...
yeah.
The
If Ubisoft has an E3, everyone go on their live streams and spam just whatever the fuck you want at them.
Just call them every
Call
day.
them out on everything.
Yeah.
Call them out on everything. have a wall of being called out on that shit on their chats. And I hope to God Ubisoft, that, to be honest, anyone in PR should be literally telling the Ubisoft, if you're doing a live thing, do not have chat visible on your stream.
Yeah.
Don't have it visible, because just they should be just swarmed with complete, and it won't happen, but they should be swarmed with complete, utter, absolute, everyone just calling them out and demanding that they change.
I do kind of want to see it now.
I do want to see.
I want to see.
I want to see that happen.
Because the other part of it is like, are they going to pull a Blizzard? Are they going to do a Blizzard where they come out on stage and go, "We didn't meet our high standards"?
Yeah, of course they are.
We're sorry.
I mean, technically, that bullshit of like, oh, we have a roadmap and all that. That's basically what they've done.
Oh yeah, I know that, but like, I kind of want to.
You want Eve Gillimon.
I want Eve Gillimon to come out and be like, "We're sorry," and then everybody be like,
"Sorry for what?
What are you sorry for?"
And again, I'm not accepting the only two. I'm only accepting 2 words from Eve Gillimon. I resign. That's it. They're the 2 words I want from you. They're the only 2 words I want for you, Eve. Nothing else. I don't want apologies. I don't want you saying you'll do better. I don't want you saying that you've learned things, or that you've not been up to the high standards of your company, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear them. I don't care. I just want to hear 2 words. You resigning. That's it. Everything else, don't give a shit, because unless there is substantial change at the top, no one is going to believe a single fucking thing Ubisoft comes out with.
Well, like we said, like, because of all the allegations that have come out, he's either an idiot,
which means he's not fit for his
which
role.
means you shouldn't have him in charge of the company, or he's complicit, which means you can't have him in charge of the company.
Which both of those, there's no third option here. There is no third option. Either you were completely blind to something that was obviously going on in your company, which makes you unfit for running the company, or you were complicit in it, and that also makes you unfit for running the company. Like, there is no middle ground here. There is option A and option B. No C. No other magical thing that keeps you in your job. The only thing that keeps you in your job is that you are rich, and you have all your friends are on the board, and they're all of you are all bummy chums with each other, with all your money that's in together, and all the fucking bullshit that you pull to give yourselves even more money, and probably all the tax breaks that you get. That's the only reason you're in charge, because a decent company worth its salt would have absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, ran your ass out of that company within days of this news breaking.
Yep.
And that is the end. That is for today, because probably we will be bringing back this sometime.
Yeah, most likely. Well, like we said,
every time Ubisoft comes up, I'm going to bring out the fact that they need to put their house in order.
Well, it's not just that, the court proceedings
and
are starting now.
Court proceedings are going. So there's probably going to be more stuff coming out.
We are probably going to be following that just to see what goes on. But anyway, on to our last thing. And
it's good news.
I wanted to end on a high, considering we've gone through
a really sad thing
and a couple of like shitty things.
Yeah.
So I wanted to end on a high. So if you are a fan of Time Splitters,
which we are.
Time
Splitters is one of the greatest first-person shooters of all time. I will fight people on this hill. This is the hill I decide to put my flag on. I will fight people for this.
Time Splitters is coming back.
Yes.
Publisher Deep Silver, who I'm not a big fan of Deep Silver, if I'm honest. They have done some shady things.
Yeah,
but
this is a good thing, but it's not one of those that's like, okay, I'm gonna forgive you for everything you've already done.
Yeah.
No. We are going to now go, yes, this is a good thing. Do not fuck it up.
Yeah. Deep Silver are resurrecting Free Radical Design.
Yeah. Now, is that just the name, or are we going to actually get people from Free Radical?
According to, there is they've put a tweet out, which I'll go through at the moment. So publisher Deep Silver announced what's today's date? Is it 21st?
Today is the 24th.
The 24th. So they announced on the 20th.
So 4 days ago,
4 days
Friday.
ago, that Free Radical Design will be resurrected as a new Deep Silver studio, and they are also going to be working on a new Time Splitters game to bring the franchise back.
Which means one, that probably means EA don't have the license. I couldn't remember, because I know Time Splitters 3 was published by EA.
Yes.
Hence the reason why there were certain things in that game. Don't get me wrong, Time Splitters 3 Future Perfect is still a damn good game. There were just a couple of issues I had with it.
Yeah.
Minor. Tiny minors. But anyway.
So it goes on to, the tweet also goes on to say that they know that people have been asking for a Time Splitters game.
Yes. In fact, there was a fan project trying to remake Time Splitters. And what they were trying to do was basically do Time Splitters 1 and 2 together. So you had like all the map tools and all the characters from Time Splitters 1 and 2 all in one thing.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool, like with modern graphics and all that.
Right.
And I know a lot of people are literally going, "What the fuck's the problem? Why are you so excited about Time Splitters?" I know there will be people because it's been that long. Time Splitters is
16 years.
Time Splitters is the best PlayStation 2 first-person shooter. Period.
Yeah.
It has one of the best map music ever. Chinatown.
Oh,
that's dumb.
To be fair, the soundtrack for that game was good. Please don't. I don't want to get.
You don't want it stuck in your head.
No, I don't want to get bloody copyrighted.
It shouldn't be copyrighted.
It will be. It's music.
That is very true. Even if people don't own it, they'll fucking content ID it for some stupid reason.
But Deep Silver also announced in the same announcement that they're also going to be reforming. That they're reforming Free Radical, and that it's going to be headed by industry and Time Splitters veterans Steve Ellis and David Dark.
Ooh, that's good news. So, right, okay, Deep Silver, let me give you some advice. Let those two just work on the game. Leave them alone. If they come with you asking for help, give them that help.
Yes.
That's it. That is your job as a publisher right now for Time Splitters. Let them do the game. Let them make the game. This is a game that just literally like it knew how to not take itself seriously as well. Like, this was a game where you could be a chimpanzee, an Elvis impersonator, a cyborg, a female cyborg, a cyborg monkey, a goldfish in a bowl on top of a robot.
Yeah.
That was half the size of everyone else.
A man dressed in cardboard pretending to be a robot.
Yes.
Chinese chefs, Chinese waiters.
Like every single model they made, like in Time Splitters, every single model they made, you could play as. Like
calamari.
Calamari. The Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Like every there was a whole bunch of levels. Like there was like 5 different types of zombies.
Yeah. There was so many different types of monkey characters you could be.
Yeah, there was a lot of monkeys.
There was a lot of monkeys.
I remember us when we were young playing with our neighbours, and it was we would have the task of like, it's an hour-long team battle with us versus a bunch of monkeys. And it wasn't really about which team would win, it was about which one of us would get the most kills.
Yes,
because it would be like double miniguns everyone. Yeah. Everyone gets double miniguns. It's great. It's lovely. But like the Time Splitters literally had, name a random weird character and Time Splitters probably had it. It was ridiculous. And then it had a map maker, a really good one. Like, this is the thing, is like it's one of the reasons why I want a new Time Splitters, because I want that intuitive, simple yet that very deep map maker that they had, given to a game that you could then download other people's maps. Because let's all be honest, when the community is allowed to get their hands on the creative tools, they can come up with, you just have to look at levels in Little Big Planet, levels in Mod Nation Racer. Someone made in Mod Nation Racer the Battle of Hoth.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
There was AT-ATs and snow speeders, and you were driving around everywhere, and there was explosions. It was awesome.
I loved Mod Nation Racer.
Mod Nation Racers were great. Sony, can you please give us Mod Nation Racer back on, please?
Yeah, can you put it on PS4?
Can you put it on PS4 or PS5, please? Pretty please. I will beg. I love that game. But yeah, Time Split it's just so... I miss that game. It's like, for anyone that... This is the thing, it's like, it has the fluidity of Doom in its like, movement. It wasn't as, like... It wasn't as, like, Doom's the best. Like, let's all be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't as polished.
It wasn't as polished as Doom, but that's because Doom is Doom and it's made by id. So you know, it's like you've got Time Splitters made by Tate, and you've got Doom made by Michelangelo.
Yeah,
basically, you know, both are really, 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 really good. Just one's an absolute masterpiece that everyone in their own, you know, that gets painted on the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
And one is just a very, 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 very good artist. No disrespect to, but like, just, you know, comparison. Anyway, but Time Split, like, I think I said when I finished Doom, 2014. Jesus Christ, is that long ago? Yeah. Anyway, when I finished Doom, I had actually said, like, the last time I played a first-person shooter with that much fluidity in it, with movement, was Time Splitters. And it's been... I forgot how much I missed that game. It is such fun.
It is a good game.
It's
actually... I think it's one of the first co-op games I ever played.
Yeah, because we played the entire first campaign in co-op.
Yeah.
Split screen. That's glorious.
And Time Splitters 2.
Time Splitters 2 and 3.
Because 2 was the one that brought in the...
Cortez and...
no, 3 was...
No,
oh no, 2 brought in Cortez, didn't it?
2 put in Cortez in the last.
Yeah, they just didn't.
Because the last, basically in the story, the last gets shot, I think, at the beginning. Yeah. And then he comes back in time to save it.
Yeah. But they didn't have... There wasn't much voice lines.
No. In 2. 3 was the one where 3 was the actual, like, proper story mode put in.
Yeah.
Instead of a bunch of levels.
Time Splitters was the first game that I played which had a story mode that, like, depending on the difficulty you played, depending on how big the map was. Do you not remember?
Yes.
So
yes.
To get to certain bits, you had to play it on hard mode to be able to. So the dam, you had to play it on hard to go up the dam and fight the helicopter.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because in the first one, I think wasn't the first level Egypt.
Yeah, first level
Egypt. There's a pyramid.
Yeah.
And on easy, you basically went down this corridor and into this arena and shot a bunch of things and ran back. But in normal, you went into the pyramid, and in hard, you went all the way into the pyramid, into the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
And then had to run all the way back.
Yeah.
And each one, and this was the cool thing, like, it was so rewarding in the fact that each difficulty had like a secret time limit to beat, and if you beat it, you unlocked a character. And there was like 20.
Which is
why
like
we would
just like go ham.
Those levels. Well, the thing is, we would play a level until we knew everything, and then like literally just blindfold it, basically. Like, oh, there's a guy coming from the left, boom, the guy coming from the right, there's a guy coming from the front, the guy coming from behind.
I think the only thing that always had us beat, because I don't think the actual Time Splitters were actually set.
Yeah, the Time Splitters, the actual Time Splitters, which were the enemy, yeah.
Once you picked up the thing, that's when
they would just randomly teleport in. Because then it was basically a rush back to...
Yeah, because you had a time limit as well once you picked up the thing.
You had to rush back to the thing. But yeah, it was so fucking...
It's such a good game.
So good, and so rewarding. And I know, like, nowadays people are like, oh, just characters. Like, you don't understand. These characters were so...
Also, at the time...
it was like
this was a new thing. Characters, like having a ridiculous amount of characters in a first-person shooter game, was like new. I think the only other games that were doing that.
Well, it was like GoldenEye.
Was GoldenEye, Quake, and Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
I think that's about it, and I'm not even sure about Quake and Unreal Tournament.
Yeah. But the thing is like Quake and Unreal Tournament. Yeah, they were different characters, but they were very similar-ish.
Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of difference per se. They were very amalgamated sort of thing. Like there wasn't so many things that made them stand out. These characters, they all had like different personalities. Like the T-Rex would dance.
Yeah.
If you didn't pick him and if you didn't pick him and he did it, they'd all have an animation when you pick them, but they'd also have an animation before you pick them. The T-Rex would be dancing. You'd have the Elvis impersonator doing the Elvis stuff.
Yeah. Robofish would be like jumping up in the air to try and get your attention.
Yeah, Robofish would, because he's half the size of everyone else.
Yeah.
And then he would go when you picked him and run off.
Yeah.
Robofish was Mr.
The only one that didn't was R107.
Yes.
Because you would pick him.
He's
and
a
then
robot.
He was a
robot.
Yeah, he would be a cube at first, and then you picked him, and then he.
And of course, Time Splitters 2 was R108, and Time Splitters Future Perfect was R109.
R109 with R106, which was the guy in the cardboard box.
Yes, and also a female version. I can't remember I think it was R119. I think. Could be wrong with the female one. Could be 110, but anyway.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that Time Splitters did that was way before.
They added a lot of personality to all the characters, like unique personalities that they didn't have to add. Like, it had no gameplay effect. Like, you didn't see your character.
Yeah, you didn't see it. The only thing you saw was his hands. So if you had the T-Rex, you saw the little claws, and Robofish's tiny little hands.
A T-Rex rocking double miniguns was like the funnest thing I've ever seen.
No, the best thing, and still is always the best thing, is Robofish, is the fact that you can't shoot Robofish. You have to crouch to shoot him.
Or be far enough away.
Or be very far away.
You have to manually aim. And Time Splitters 1 and 2, the manual aiming was a bit... Oh, it was early first-person shooter twin stick stuff, so... Like, it was a bit...
Yeah, it's why you went around everywhere with double miniguns.
Double miniguns.
You shot everything.
Because the auto aim would actually like lock onto the Robofish when you ran around the corner. The Robofish's tactic was literally just get close enough so that the auto aim didn't kill you. I'm
trying to think. Because what I used to love to do on I used to love doing the story mode in Time Splitters 2 and 3.
Yeah.
To find the secret stuff, like the random
the
stuff
challenges as well, because they had challenge maps as well. Like the amount of content in Time Splitters 2 and 3 was ridiculous. If I think about it now, going back to it, like, and this was only on the PlayStation 2. I feel sorry for PC players. Like, you did not get to experience this. Like, Time Splitters was like fucking amazing. Like,
it's on the PC now, isn't it? Time Splitters 2?
I don't know. I'll have to have a look. I don't think it is.
It's on Steam. I know Second Sight's on Steam.
Second Sight's on Steam.
Which, by the way, is a very underrated game. I loved Second Sight.
I'll have to have a look. But yeah, I would play if someone gave me a HD remaster.
You know what we're gonna have to do?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get a PS2 set up, and we're gonna have to co-op.
Yes.
Time Splitters 2 and probably 3.
Yes.
Just
in
in preparation.
Just in preparation, just to show, and also to show people like this is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand how fun Time Splitters is. If people who haven't played Time Splitters don't understand how fun Time Splitters is.
This is also a reason why I want the full PlayStation library to come onto the store.
Yes.
I want the PS2 games because I want games like Fur Fighters.
Yes.
I fucking love that game. Fur Fighters, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Poi Poi, which was an absolute bonkers game. I'm trying to think. There's a load of like random little 3D platformers that are absolute garbage, but I still remember them quite fondly.
Yeah.
That I would love to be on there. But like, I think Time Splitters 2 is a perfect reason as to why Sony should.
Smash Court Tennis.
Court Tennis.
Not the
Track and Field.
Track and Field. Like, what I mean is PlayStation 1 Smash Court Tennis when it was all little chibi characters.
Yeah.
Anna Kournikova Smash Court Tennis.
Yes.
That was they were all like, you had one or two professionals, but everyone else was like, you had Hiachi, Pac-Man, a bunch of random characters.
Basically anybody from Bandai Namco at the time.
Yeah, to be honest,
just Namco at the time.
Bandai Namco. Give me Smash Court Tennis, but in chibi form, and just basically don't get licensed.
Speaking of,
don't get tennis players. Just put your entire roster of characters.
Just do
not just Tekken, just your characters, all of them.
Just do Mario Tennis, but for Bandai.
Yeah, and call it Smash 4 Tennis.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what character. Like, there's so many characters Bandai's got now.
I mean,
because
you put in half the Tekken roster.
There's half the Tekken roster. There's some characters from Dark Souls.
Yeah.
You could have Solaire.
Yeah.
There's Code Vein. That's a Bandai Namco game.
Yeah.
There's the Scarlet Nexus, which is coming out, which looks fucking cool. I'm trying to think. There's quite a few actually.
Yeah, Bandai Namco has
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. You'd have to have Pac-Man.
The
last from Ridge Racer.
Aye.
The last from Ridge is it Ridge Racer 4?
Oh, that's, you know what? I don't play racing games, but that's a game I would like to see back.
Ridge Racer. Yeah.
Just for nostalgia, I suppose.
Yeah.
See, there you go. There's another game that, like, Sony, just put these games on your goddamn library. A lot of these games, like, you could only get on the PS1 and PS2.
Yeah. And searching your fucking PlayStation fucking store is a fucking hellscape.
Just do it. Do what Xbox have done. And, like, or even Xbox... I don't want to say Xbox One because that's an Xbox One. The original Xbox.
Yeah.
You can get almost all the games that came out on the Game Pass.
That's pretty cool.
And, like, if Microsoft can do it...
Yeah, if Sony doesn't want to sell us the games, just basically go anyone with a PlayStation account can download every single fucking PlayStation library game.
Because, like, this is the thing that's always, like, bugged me ever since the Game Pass came out. Because I think the Game Pass is a great idea. And I think Xbox's library for it is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like, but if you actually go back in time and look at the games that are out, that came out on the PS1 and the PS2 and the PS3, right? And PS4. Sony have a lot.
No, you don't even have to do that. Just the PlayStation 2 catalogue.
Exactly. But I'm just thinking, like all
just
around.
The PlayStation 2 catalogue on its own just basically bitch slaps every other console. It just basically takes every other console and goes, bitch, get out of my face.
And I'm just sort of like, I don't understand why you don't do this.
But yeah.
I can understand that these games, especially the PS1 games, that they're old, so that might be and maybe some of the PS2 games, so there might be a problem with getting them on sort of like a digital store. But I know that there's some PS2 games on Steam.
Well, for one for certain is Second Sight.
Second Sight's there, and I know there's more than just that. I'm pretty sure Burnout 3's on there. I think
Burnout 3. If I could get my hands on Burnout 3 once more, because I know people going about, oh well, Burnout Revenge is great. It's like, no, you don't understand. Burnout 3 was the pinnacle of that series. The music was great. The driving was amazing, and the scenery was just like Burnout Revenge was basically, it went into the usual gritty stage of the fucking PS2.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, I don't know. Burnout 3 Takedown was like still bright, and
yeah,
it was glorious.
I'm trying to think what I had the game. Oh, Bloody Raw.
Yes.
A game that I could not find anywhere.
Like here, this is the thing, especially with the PS2 and PS1. Like, if a store didn't sell it, you couldn't buy it.
Yeah, you couldn't get it anywhere because this was
before Amazon. This was before digital downloads. Like, give us your catalog. Believe me, I will fucking throw money at that catalog.
I tell you something. If Sony decided to if they could do that, and they decided to do like a Game Pass thing, I'd be down for that. I'd pay for that.
I'd pay for that.
I'd pay a £10 monthly thing.
Yeah.
To just play random games.
To download and play.
Yeah.
Like a gallery of thousands of...
There's tons of PlayStation 1 games that I'd play again. Overboard. I'd definitely play that again.
Yes.
Loved Overboard.
Overboard was amazing.
Game.
To be honest, Overboard kind of does deserve a remaster because the controls are a bit jank.
Yeah, they were.
The PlayStation 1 controls, so they're a bit jank now.
For PlayStation 2, Escape from Monkey Island.
Oh god, yeah.
I would love to play that again.
Ape Escape.
Ape
Ape Escape
any
2.
of the fucking Ape Escape games.
The entire
I
Ape
fucking
Ape
love
Escape,
those games.
the-
If I'm honest, actually, I would love an Ape Escape remaster.
Yes.
Like a straight up like Crash Bandicoot and
Yes.
Spyro. I think if any Sony platformer deserves that sort of treatment,
Ape Escape.
it's Ape Escape. Because Ape Escape still makes Sony money.
Yes.
It still makes them money. There's just so much stuff that I know we've gone from
I think
talking about
we've
Time's
all,
Place
yeah.
coming
But
back.
the thing is, it all comes into like, if I had access to Time Splitters 1, 2, or 3, I think we've still got the hard copy of 3.
I think we've still got the hard copy of 2.
I think. But it's like we have to set up our PlayStation to record and show. If I had an easy way to show people how great,
if I had room,
yeah,
I would do it.
you just don't have.
I do not have room.
You'd have to put your PlayStation. You'd have to put the PlayStation 2 on top of your PlayStation 4.
Yes.
That's what would happen.
Yes, and I don't want to do that.
No. Totally understand.
But
the point I'm making is like, there's so many games that especially a lot of people that like have grown up since the PlayStation 2 era who were like just too young to appreciate. And there's so many games that like just to be introduced to them and to show like, yeah, this is how great these games were.
Yeah.
Medal of I would love someone to redo the first level of Medal of Honor European Assault.
Or remaster the original Medal of Honor.
Oh god.
Because you gotta remember that is a good game.
It is. It's old and jank because it's a PlayStation 1 game and it doesn't have analog controls.
And actually the second one, the Resistance, which was also really good.
Yeah. But Allied Assault with the D-Day landing.
Yeah.
And I know Call of Duty does it. I don't know. You don't understand. Like, the first Medal of Honor literally did something no one else did at that time, and it blew everyone away. I'm trying to think. The list is just ridiculous. SSX 3. In fact, like we said, give me SSX Tricky 3 together. Give me the Mountain of 3 and the Tracks of Tricky plus all the characters and make it like a Uber mix. SSX the Uber mix.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or
EA, I am literally giving you the opportunity to print money.
Or just give me SSX3. Like,
see,
I've given up on EA actually making good SSX3.
I want Tokyo City Megaplex.
I know.
I want I want a snowboarding lap track.
Or Mercury City.
Or Mercury City Meltdown.
Or Garibaldi.
Oh, this is the thing. This is how much fun we had with these. We still know these levels' names. We played SSX so much.
I was addicted to that game.
That was
I was straight up, especially 3.
3
I was addicted to 3.
Like I say, 3 is the pinnacle. But like I say, I want 3, but I also want the tracks from Tricky.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That is like the perfect game. Like, give me the mountain and the track. Give me both. It's a PS. They were both PS2 games. I'm pretty sure you can fit them on a PlayStation 4 or 5 game now. I'm pretty sure. After all, Activision thinks they can get away with 100 gigabytes of a fucking game. That would be literally half the content of the game we are asking for.
Plus, there's also, you got to remember, there's a lot of games that came out only in Japan.
Yes.
Which would be cool to see over here.
Well, also, there was so many RPGs that I didn't get my hands on.
Vagrant Story was one of the ones that
Vagrant
I always regret.
Wild Arms.
Wild Arms. Dark Cloud. I never managed to get because
Legend of Dragoon.
Legend of
Dragoon. Like from just Square Enix. Legend of Dragoon. Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve 2.
Yeah.
Legend of the Dragoon was fucking gold dust in the UK where we lived. Parasite Eve got a release, then got banned. And Parasite Eve 2 had the same problem as the first one, even though it wasn't as bad.
Yeah. There's some Capcom games that, deserve, that could be put on there. Dino Crisis 1.
Please give us Dino Crisis. Please give us
the
Capcom. Please give us a remake of Dino Crisis. Just that one. You don't need to do 2. You don't need to do that god awful 3 that was only on the Xbox. Just give us Dino Crisis 1 in the Resident Evil.
in the RE engine.
The RE engine. Give us Dino Crisis in the RE engine. You've made fucking Lycans for Resident Evil Village.
Just turn them into lizards.
Just turn them into raptors. They move just as fucking fast.
Oh God, please no.
I went about the Lycans in Village.
The first Drakengard.
Oh God, yeah.
That came out on PS2.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the first Drakengard. That was the PS2 game, and that was a game I regret not getting. I was never able to get that, and I wanted that.
Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 1 and 2.
Baldur's Gate. Any reason to play Dark Alliance 2. It is, I think, still now, it is still the game that I'm just sort of like, all you have to say is Dark Alliance, and I'm like, I'm down. I'll put everything down. Doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Except for this new Dark Alliance, which we will not speak of because it is a blasphemy on something.
Yeah, but if you say to me Dark Alliance, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, Dark Alliance 2.
And if you're not talking about Dark Alliance 2, then just
go away.
Just go away. I don't want to talk to you. Trying to think. Oh, what
Giant Citizen Kabuto.
Yes. Dear God. The original Ape Escape games.
I think we said that.
Oddworld. The Oddworld.
Oddworld games.
There's just so many.
There's a lot.
I feel like this is a theme that we've been doing lately. Like we talk about stuff and then we get to near the end and we just start talking about games that we would like.
Yeah, basically
we start talking about Sony. Please
give us your entire PlayStation 2 and 1 library. Believe us. Believe me. I will play those games. There's a lot that I will play. There is a lot.
I was going to say Final Fantasy 8, but then the HD remaster.
Yeah, the HD remaster came out.
You don't have to worry about the
9.
9's got a digital release.
It's on Steam.
It's on Steam. It's
pretty
on,
much the
it's
entire,
on the PlayStation.
Pretty much every single Final Fantasy game is.
I have Final Fantasy 9 on my PC, on my PS4.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's on the Switch.
I think you
I'll
have
to check.
It's on your PlayStation. It's on your Vita.
It's on something. Yeah, I've got it on. It's on my Vita, and I think it's on my Xbox. I think it's one of the few games that I actually have on my Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And if it comes out for the PS5, I will also buy it for my PS5 because Final Fantasy 9 is the best Final Fantasy game.
Do you remember the first person James Bond games?
Yeah,
Nightfire.
Nightfire was pretty good.
What was the other one? I can't remember. But the second one was really good.
Yeah, those.
When EA actually was experimental.
I know. Back in the day. Back in the bloody day.
I'm gonna have to have a look at that.
I know. I'm just gonna have to have this. Well, you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to have a look at the PlayStation 2 catalog and just go through.
And some of the games that we actually own.
Yeah.
Like, we still have a lot of PlayStation 2 games.
And we gave half of them away.
Yeah.
We
kept the ones that we really, 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 really wanted. Like to keep, like Time Circus 2.
Final Fantasy 10.
Final Fantasy 10. Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts 2.
I was not getting rid of the Kingdom Hearts games.
Yes.
I will fight.
I've still got Disgaea 2.
Hmm?
I still have the hard copy. I think
I just figured this guy. I think this guy 6 is out now.
Yeah.
On the Switch. I think it's only out on the Switch. But it has 3D models this time.
Yes.
They've changed it up.
Yes, they have 3D models. It was a pseudo 2D sort of thing, and I like that art style because it was just fit into the whole craziness of this guy.
Yeah.
Because this guy is batshit crazy. Let's all be honest, people. It is. You throw basically penguins that explode.
Persona 3 and 4.
Yes.
And Persona 2 if you want to go that far.
Yes.
And Persona 1 if you want to go that far. But
fuck it, all of them.
Yeah, all of them. But let's face it, I'm talking to Persona fans here. When we say we want Persona, the older Persona games, we're only talking about 3 and 4. Yes. We're not talking about 1 and 2.
Basically, the Shingen Tensei games, all of them.
Yeah, all of them. Fuck it, put them all on there. Oh my god, there's so many. There's just so many.
I don't know why we're looking up there. That's a bunch of PS4 games.
It's because I don't have any PS2 or PS1 games.
No, never do. I think I have a select few of PS2 games.
Any of the Dragon Quest games.
Oh god, Journey. I know that it's on Steam. There's a digital copy, but like Journey of the Cursed King. Dragon Quest 8.
Oh, I love that game.
That is such a good game. It is so good. It is literally like...
To be fair, Dragon Quest 9 is very, very good. Like, it's very good.
I know, but like the whole like Dragon Quest 8 was like for PS2, that was perfection. Hell, the original God of War, I know there's been a PS3 version as well, but like God of War.
Aye.
And God of War 2.
I think you can download them on the PS4.
Yeah, possibly.
And I'm pretty sure God of War, the original God of War trilogy.
I know there's a HD remake of it, but also Devil May Cry 3.
Oh, yes. Oh, so yeah, let's not mention
the HD remakes. The Devil May Cry trilogy.
Let's not mention. I think that actually, it might be the HD remakes though, but I think they're actually on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's most likely the HD remasters.
Onimusha. I know Onimusha 1 got a...
Yeah, Onimusha 3 was Jean Renault!
But I would like 2 and 3, please.
I would love 3. I love Jean Renault. I was... The biggest disappointment with 3 is the fact that Jean Renault, who can speak really good English, did not voice the English. I was like... When we first played it, I was like, wait, that's not Jean Renault. What the hell? Who is this person pretending to be Jean Renault? Oh, Jean Renault is fantastic. Onimusha is amazing. Onimusha 3 is just like... pinnacle.
I would really like
pinnacle, glorious.
In all honesty, I would straight up love like a Resident Evil way of. So the remake of 2 and 3.
Oh, so if they did like Onimusha in the
RE engine.
In the RE engine.
I would love for them to do that.
That would be cool if they could make it work.
Yeah, if it could work. Like, it has to work. It has to work. I don't want them just to do it just to be like, yeah, look at this. But like, I remember going hours on Onimusha 1, 2, and 3, especially 3.
3, we played that for. We played that from start to finish. I think we basically every night almost played that game. We just constantly just went on. It was like, no, we have to continue, and we played it in front of our parents.
Yeah, we did.
We played it in front of our parents because everyone just was so absorbed in the game. It was great. I loved it. It was amazing.
And the less said about Dawn of Dreams, the better. We won't talk about that game.
We won't talk about that game.
I mean, hell, I don't even know what I just said.
Yeah.
I think I just spoke gibberish.
I don't know. I didn't hear what you said. So.
There's a 4th Onimusha game. I don't know what you're talking about. No, there isn't.
No, it isn't. It ends in 3.
It ends at 3. It's at the end. We defeat Nobunaga. There is no...
There is no 3. There's no Hideyoshi.
There's no 4.
There's no corrupted Hideyoshi to deal with. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's no random guy with a top hat that punches things. What are you on about? Nah.
What are you talking about? That's just crazy stuff, that.
But anyway, I think we'll end it there.
Yeah, I think we've gushed about all games that we really, really, really want to see on it.
But yeah, again, I'm going to end on that point. Sony could easily do it. Apart from the only difficulty bit, I think, would be the fact that they're possibly, because they're such old games, it might be a bit difficult for them to get.
Well, let me put it this way, right?
Digital thing, because I don't know how it works.
Every game that you can get on your PS3, PlayStation 1 works fine. Front Mission 3 on my PlayStation 3 works fine. Street Fighter 3, oh no, not Street Fighter 3. Street Fighter Alpha 2 works perfectly fine. Super Puzzle Fighter.
Yes.
Give us Super Puzzle Fighter. Give us Buster Move.
Oh, there's no, that's Bubble Bubble. There's a new Bubble Bubble.
There's a new Bubble coming, but I want Buster Move.
I think it's out. It's on Switch.
I want Buster Move 3DX.
Yeah.
I want Buster Move 3DX with all the different characters. The Rio clone, the robot, the clearly one that's based on Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh
no, he's not based on Power Rangers. He's an actual character. He's from that. You know that? Remember that game where you had to punch the things?
Yeah. Oh, is he from that?
He's from that. And we never really understood what he was saying.
No, we used to call it pie chips and vinegar.
Yeah.
That's the vinegar one.
Yeah.
It shows how much we remember from those games. How much we loved playing them. It was so good.
But anyway, we'll end it there. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Toodles!